The executive director of the Jewish Federation was also at the meeting to share their concerns of the Israeli-Hamas war and to thank everyone who's praying for the Jewish community. So far, this war has claimed more than 2,600 lives on both sides. Today, an Israeli rocket slammed into an apartment building in Gaza. Officials say there will be no pause to allow aid until Hamas releases more than 100 hostages taken in the initial attack. U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken visited Israel today, meeting with the Prime Minister and President.
The United States is one of more than 30 countries where family members, friends, entire communities are being forced to go through this wrenching experience because of Hamas's disdain for human life and basic human dignity.
President Biden is meeting with U.S. national security teams to discuss ongoing steps to protect the homeland, including Jewish, Arab, and Muslim communities. Federal law enforcement officials say for now there are no credible threats to the U.S. Today, the State Department also announced it will start arranging charter flights and other transportation out of the country. Many Americans are still waiting to hear back from their relatives. Joe Rauschenberg says his sister and her family are trapped in Gaza. He says he's been living every day since Saturday, worried and hoping to talk to her again. Katie Lusso has the story.
Again, this is the time of night where you start worrying because you know that the aerial assault comes predominantly at night.
Outside his home in Reston, Virginia, Joe Rauschenberg is eyes glued to the news and his phone. His sister, Emily Abu Hamad, her husband, and 5 kids are trapped in Gaza.
As of last night, the block next to hers in Khan Yunis had been bombed out.
He says his sister is a former school teacher in Baltimore and D.C. who has dual citizenship in the U.S. and the U.K. Her husband is Palestinian, and they were staying with family in Gaza when everything started to unfold. Terrifying videos show one of her sons playing games as the sound of rockets can be heard overhead. This video, he says, was recorded overnight into Monday, just a few hours before they evacuated to another part of Gaza.
First thing Monday morning, she contacted us and said that they had gotten the official IDF text message that they needed to relocate.
Right now, he says his sister and her family are hiding with about 30 other people, hoping to escape uninjured.
An educated, deeply passionate person that recognizes the plight of the Palestinians, she would tell you that Hamas is not right. She would tell you that, it's a very complicated situation and there needs to be peace and diplomacy on both sides. We're just hoping that there's an immediate humanitarian ceasefire that allows 24 to 48 hours for people to leave. Again, I just think there's so much bombing